Hello, good morning, everybody. I think, first of all, thank you very much for being here so early. And before starting this press conference, I think it's important to introduce the different people who are going to answer your question, to tell you why they are here. And so I start with the very important representative of RwandAir. On my left, you have, nobody's a protocol, I should start with you, in fact. No, you're right. Protocol in Rwanda is very important. So RDB, represented by Ariel, please introduce yourself, everybody, and then I will make a short introduction and we'll answer your question.
Good morning. Thank you, Olivier. Good morning, everybody. Maramutse. My name is Ariela Kageruka, Head of Department of Tourism and Conservation at Rwanda Development Board. Thank you very much for being here, and I'm very happy to be here with you as well. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Haba Hadija, Head of Marketing and Communications at RwandAir. Thank you.
A proud partner of this event, and I will give the mic to another proud partner of this event, to Kyle, the MD of Bigiye.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Carl Schofield. I'm Managing Director of QA Venue Solutions, which is the managing entity for BK Arena. Happy to be here and great to see everyone.
So today is an important day because in just 2 days from now, we are going to have here in Rwanda, I think one of the biggest ever award ceremony, music ceremony, organized in this country and also organized in Africa. So the idea today is not to have a traditional press conference where we are going to explain to you from scratch everything about this award, because I imagine, I know, and I in fact had multiple occasions before to meet with you, and you know already what this event is about, but just a few big figures and facts about this. What is going to happen, in fact, starting Friday? Because we always talk about the Trace Award, but you've got also the Trace Award on the festival. So, starting on Friday, at the key CEV Conference Exhibition Centers, which is nearby the Marriott, the Serena, all these hotels, we will have the Trace Festival that will start on Friday afternoon. There will be also an opening party at this time. You will all be invited to a session where we are going to introduce all the different partners of the festival. You will have obviously artists, there will be a few concerts, but you have also exhibitors on the marketplace. You have also a lot of conferences about the creative industries. You will have some fashion event. And I'm saying that because, in fact, we took the opportunity of the award of having a lot of personalities, a lot of celebrities, a lot of journalists, a lot of creators, managers, to really try to bring their expertise to Rwanda. There was a very strong demand, need, especially from the young people, from the creators. That was also something we discussed a lot with RDB, that this event is not just one event that comes one day in Rwanda, and the day after we leave, and there was no legacy. So the idea is really not only to entertain our people, but also to empower our people, empower the audience, and all the people who are interested by this creative industry. So this festival will last from Friday afternoon until Sunday evening. You will have Brice Melody performing. You will have Nom Sebo from South Africa with the Soweto Gospel Corps performing. You will have a lot of DJs. You will have a lot of great events. So please don't forget when you communicate about the Trace Award to mention also the festival. But I know that most of the people are here because of this award ceremony. So what I can tell you already, first of all, it has been extremely difficult, challenging to organize this event, but thanks to all our partners, we make it. And I can tell you that some of the artists started arriving yesterday, thanks to RwandAir. Most of them flew on RwandAir from London, from Paris, from Lagos, from Johannesburg. I don't know how many tickets you issued already, but you will give us more information about that. But some started, a lot of will arrive today, tomorrow. The last one will arrive on Saturday morning, so you can imagine the nightmare to do rehearsal when you've got your artists arriving on Saturday morning, but some have got other obligations in other countries. We had also to rent some private jets for certain of these A-list artists because they couldn't take the RwandAir flight because it was not possible for timing, schedule issue. But eventually, we'll have more than 60 artists coming for the award and for the festival. And during the award, you will have about 50 artists performing. I've got some of the names, and I will not name all of them, but I can already announce, obviously, Davido, Mr. Easy, Yemi Alade. You will have Benjamin Dubé. You will have Didi B from Ivory Coast. You will have Soraya Ramos from Cape Verde. You will have Kader Japonais, with a massive artist from Gabon. You will have from France, you will have the composer from Nigeria. You will have some artists from Uganda, Ledixon and Azawi. You will have Chris Easy, Wiza. I already mentioned Bruce Melody from Rwanda. And Rema will be there. He is confirmed. So we are still working on exactly the format of what he will do. As you can imagine, he's a very, very big artist now. And to be honest, when we started working with RDB on this event nearly more than 2 years ago, the African stars were African stars. Now they are no longer African stars. They are global stars. That changed a lot of things for the organization of this event. Because this guy, some of them, when they perform for normal events, they will ask fees of $500,000, $1 million. And so we had to really use all our leverage, 20 years of trace, of supporting these artists, of promoting these artists, not just in Africa, but in the entire world, so that we could convince them to find a slot in their calendar and make sure they could come and also perform. So I think we are 99% there. I can say also that the infrastructure that we found in Rwanda, from the quality of the big arena, the quality of the equipment, the support of RDB and also RCB, the Rwanda Convention Bureau Board, and also from RwandAir and many other partners have been amazing. Because, as you can imagine, you can't organize an event like this without an addition of a lot of bricks. And you need all the bricks to be aligned. If there is one problem, you can really fail the entire experience that not only we want to give to the artist, but also to the audience, to the sponsors. So I'm not mentioning now Martel from Pernod Ricard, the cognac brand Martel, who is also one of the title sponsors of this event. They've been extremely supportive from the very beginning. And altogether, I think there are about 300 people working on the event right now, whether it's on hospitality, whether it's on airline, whether it's on the production side, the artistic side, the logistic. So many different people here in Rwanda have been impacted positively by this event. I can really tell you that also we get yesterday the first report about the press coverage we started deploying all over the world. The value of the press coverage we had until now, even before the main event, is already more than $56 million. So your countries have been promoted all over the world for a value of already $56 million. And it's a company, it's not Trace who decided this number, it's a professional company in South Africa. So I can say that we are on track for an amazing event. So I will give the mic to our partners. And the idea today is really to answer your question. At the end of the press conference, if you want, we can show you what we are doing on the venue, and we are finalizing the building of the stage and everything. The only thing, we'd like you not to take pictures now, because we want to keep the magic for the audience, for not only the audience on the venue, but also the TV audience. But if you want, because you came and we will appreciate your presence, you can have a view. But please, we are not going to take your mobile phone, and we're not like this, but we believe you are responsible people, and you can talk, you can describe what you are going to see, but we prefer really to make sure that people have got an impression of the final stage, which is not yet finalized. It should be finalized, Kyle, correct me, maybe tonight. With also the security check, was a big obligation for all of us to make sure that all this is very safe. And this is it. So I give you, Ayla, the mic first, and then to you, and you, Kyle, and then we'll answer your question.
Okay. Thank you so much. Before we open the floor for the rest of the journalists, we do have a few key questions for our panel. One, mainly first starting with Monsieur Olivier. How important have the local partners been into to the awards, to the Trace Awards? How important have they been to you?
I think they're critical. Without them, we can't do it. You know, this is an award where you need an addition of bricks, as I said. You need a country, you need a political wish to welcome an award like this, and then you need a lot of infrastructure. So you need a venue, you need hotels, you need cars, you need airlines. So, on the good news, and to be honest, there are not many countries in Africa who can really align all these dimensions at the same time. This is why right now we are here, but you know there is a mobile congress at the same time. There are a lot of events coming to Rwanda because you had the vision to make the investment, to build this infrastructure, and also to have, you know, what I call the soft realities, not just bricks and mortars. You need people. You need people who understand what it means to welcome some of the most complicated people in the world. I can tell you the Nigerian artists are really something. So yeah, so on the people here understand this reality and have been extremely supportive.
Thank you so much. That answers as well the why did you choose Rwanda, answers it already. To RDB, Ariela, why did RDB get involved with the Trace Awards?
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you once again, Olivier and the Trace team for choosing Rwanda to celebrate your 20th anniversary, but also to stage the first ever Trace Awards. I think it's an incredible achievement for Africa, but also for Rwanda. And we were really grateful to Trace for having chosen Rwanda for this important event. And to obviously the partners, I really like to call media partners because the media value that you mentioned wouldn't be possible without the partnership of the media, without their attention, without being attuned to what is happening and actually sharing it with Rwandans, with Africa, and with the world. And of course, our partners, RwandAir, BK Arena, and also that brings to the question, without the coordination, without the stakeholders and every single part working together, every single stakeholder working together with a common objective of making Rwanda the ideal destination for MICE events and for tourism, for investment, it wouldn't be possible. And that's why Rwanda, you know, has been positioning as a strategic destination or even a MICE hub. We're ranked second in Africa. Kigali is ranked second in Africa. And it doesn't come overnight. It comes with work, it comes with investment, it comes with commitment and a vision. And seeing the Trace, what the Trace Awards and Festival bring to our destination and to our creative industry, which is works very closely with tourism, it was not, it was a no-brainer for us to choose to work with them. And as he said, Olivier, bring all these performers to Rwanda. We've been seeing performers coming to Rwanda. Most of the names that he mentioned have been to Rwanda a couple of times. But coming for the first ever Trace Awards and Festival, we would like to, you know, we add our voice to supporting not only the Rwandan artists who we've been inviting to take advantage of this opportunity, the creative industry to take advantage of the different conferences and talks and masterclasses and workshops to upskill or even know, you know, or create or leverage that platform and be able to forge new partnerships, get new skills, or share even their own stories and share their skills. I think it's a great platform for collaboration, for visibility, for the creative industry in Rwanda. And the same for Africa. Rwanda has been working really closely with you know, the rest of Africa to bring Africa together, to shine together and work together to bring amazing things that we see in other places also on our continent and benefit from them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ariela. And now going to Kai. You, as BK Arena, you've been hosting lots and lots of events. What does the Trace Awards and Festival bring and change and add on to the entertainment or creative industry when it comes to BK Arena?
Yeah, I think it goes back to our core philosophy coming into this building, and that was really on the basis of creating a hub for sports and entertainment. And if you hear some of the numbers that Olivia is putting forward with regards to the media value of $56 million, the event hasn't even happened. We are already at that point. We've got multiple artists coming into the market. All that does is it amplifies what we are doing as the arena, and I think really plugs into the strategy from a government perspective. We've heard Ariella speaking about all of the coordination across the different entities in market to achieve this goal of really bringing some top quality content to the continent and more so to Rwanda. So for us, it helps us refine our ability to bring these major production events to Rwanda. It continues to showcase the template that people can plug into and really start to generate this consistent calendar of events for the next 10 years. I think it's a beautiful thing for us to have these artists in the market. It really provides us with an opportunity for our local artists to get involved, to interact, to create collaborations, because all that will do for us from an arena perspective is grow our economy, grow the quality of performance that we see at the arena, and ultimately grow the music space. We are driving forward every day to create this hub of music and entertainment. And it's through these interactions, these events that are brought to our doorstep that is going to help us move forward.
Thank you so much. Now over to RwandAir. This event is actually flying in lots and lots of people. Why not decide to make money of all these people and just partner with them? Why? Haba?
We're actually making so much money. If I have to really explain, our strategy to collaborate with the Trace Awards and Festival is just also beyond an airline. When we're looking at strategies of building the brand for an airline and the country, is beyond how much am I making now, how much I'm going to make tomorrow and years to come. So for us strategically, it's the best collaboration we've had. If you've been following RwandAir, if I take you back in June, a few months ago, we worked with Trace when we were launching our flight to Paris. And the amount of media coverage we had was amazing. And I can tell you for the fact now, our Paris route has been doing incredibly well. And I give that credit to Trace because they were there to activate, they were there to do production. And if this was not been able to be done, it was not going to be very easily achievable. So back to the awards and the festival, is we are behind the strategy for MICE and Visit Rwanda all together. We are an enabler to connecting not only Africa to the world, but also the world to Africa. So it's easier. He mentioned a few of the artists that are flying from our network: London, Paris, South Africa, Nigeria. It's easier. Why would you opt to fly another airline when there's a connection, direct connection from these all other parts of the world that we fly to? So as an airline, we have positioned ourselves, first of all, to have a bigger footprint for Africa. We continue to grow that, and then also for Europe as well. But then all this, as in I keep repeating it, is for us as an airline, strategically, it's just beyond an airline. It's also pushing the country further. It's easier to measure these impacts. As a salesperson, they want to see the numbers right now. But as a marketing and a strategic person, I look at what the impact is going to have for us tomorrow. Now, if I want to talk a little bit as a salesperson, we started promoting our code. We gave a Trace code for all people who want to really come and really enjoy the awards and festival. The discount code is Trace23. So I really hope media here, you leverage on that and push it out there to encourage people to really consider flying RwandAir to come to Rwanda and enjoy the festival and the awards. The discounts are amazing. The services are seamless. So with that, I can't give a figure of exactly how many tickets we've sold. I would be lying to you. But what I know is that we are feeling the impact for sure, and we know it's going to really be a game changer for us. Then on another part that we also looked at why we had to consider Trace is because they are the media guru for at least Africa. We all grew up listening, watching Trace. So as an airline, we are looking at what are all other platforms we can collaborate on to seek partnerships. So my partnership with Trace as an airline is not stopping here. We are looking at how do we ensure the brand is seen, felt, touched on all their platforms. So if you watch me, or if you watch RwandAir or Trace a couple months after or a year, it's because of this kind of partnership. So it's just not about activating now, but what are we looking at tomorrow to ensure that we both have a win-win situation. So for an airline, definitely I believe it's going to be a big win for us. And I'm sure Olivia can testify that they're having the best of collaboration with us thus far. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Haba from RwandAir. To wind out with the questions before we go to the media, Mr. Olivier, with the Trace Awards, are you looking at making financial gains this year?
Not this year, no. I wish. No. You know, when you do an event like this, and Ariela said it, this year is our 20th anniversary. So we decided to also invest, to celebrate, and we did not want to do just something internally, but we wanted to do something with the two dimensions that are critical for us, the artist and the public. And having the award and organizing the award for us was part also of the celebration of this 20th anniversary. And you know, when you organize your birthday party with all your friends, you have to bring a few bottles of champagne, of cognac Martel, or whatever, so you have to invest. So, and I can tell you, eventually the cost of production is a little bit higher than expected, especially for certain reasons, for certain countries, for certain artists. But this is it. I mean, we are very happy of this investment. We hope one day we will make money because as a company, as all of us, we need to make money. But this year, no, we are not going to make money. But it's not a crazy amount of investment. We can support it. And to be very honest, also thank you to all our partners, because if we didn't have all these partners, I don't think that we could have been in a position, financially speaking, to organize this event. And you know, and I wanted to mention, and it's super important to mention also a few of them, first of all, Kiss FM. You are from Kiss FM, with a very important partner to activate also the event here in Rwanda. We've got Volkswagen, who are with our partner for cars. You've got Alpha Entertainment, you've got Shop Life, you've got Bet Power, you've got Bradiwa, you've got a few MTN, a few partners like this. Sometimes they will help us with financial investment, but also with barter deals, you know, trade agreement, where they will give us some services in exchange of brand exposure. So yeah, we've got a number of things like this that contribute to make this event possible, and we hope that next year we'll have even more.
Thank you so much. Now we're going to open the floor for the journalists to have a few questions before they take us on the tour. Let me start with Natasha.
Hello, my name is Natasha and I'm from Kigali today. You touched on the money side of it, but in any award or anything, any artist would dream to have a Trace Award as the prestige and everything else, but the money side of it is that in the award, in what you give to the artist. Yes, the platform, the publicity, it's very high, but is there any certain amount of money that is included in the award given?
That's a question that always comes. Globally, we don't pay artists because they come, as you say, for the prestige, for the exposure, for the promotion, but we've got costs associated with certain artists. And sometimes it's very expensive, but it is what it is, because some of these artists are, as I said, global superstars. Anyone in the world organizing awards, if you want to have certain artists, there will be a cost. But most of them recognize the value that this event can bring to their career. I can tell you some of them think that we decide who is going to be the winners like this. There's a voting process, and we've got a lot of pressure right now. They take it very, very seriously. So ultimately, if we had to pay the normal fees to get all these 50 artists in Rwanda, the cost would be more than $10 million just for the artist fees. If you add normally their normal fees to come at an event, to perform. So, but because also you have to understand the relationship we've got with these guys and girls, we give them money all the time because we pay music rights in many, many countries. And we give them exposure, promotion. So they've got a very intimate relationship with us, and they recognize the value we can bring to them, and they accepted to make significant effort to come to Rwanda for this event. Did I answer your question? What else do you want to know? You want to know whether we pay Davido, whether we pay Rema, whether we pay... I can tell you there is a cost to have them. But the philosophy, we couldn't afford, to be honest. And even if we've got great partners, if I ask Aurelia, please give me $10 million just for the artist, she will tell me, difficult. So, no, so we've got deals. And you know, we give them also promotion. Some artists are going to release a new album in the coming weeks. So we tell, okay, you come, but we'll promote that. So each discussion is a different discussion. What makes it beautiful, but also super complicated, because you have to deal with a lot of egos, you have to deal with a lot of realities, and so we had to hire some consultants. We've got 2 consultants whose job is just to take care of the top artists and their requests, their needs, make sure they are happy, and this is where also the experience for them when they will arrive from the moment they land at the airport until the moment they leave is so important. So it's not just the moment they will be on stage, but they want to feel the country. They want to feel that the infrastructure, that the people, that what they will have, the engagement with the audience is absolutely amazing. And I think that's also a message. Because when you bring an event like this to a country, people have to understand why we do it and how they can really not only benefit from it, but each relationship they will have with a Rwandese person is also part of the experience they will get from Rwanda. So super important that everybody plays a game and contribute to the success of the event.
Thank you. There is a very important question we had actually skipped. There is this question: how is it possible that we're going to pull off a 50 or 60 performance on Saturday? Yes.
Possible? Wow. First of all, 10 years ago, we did an event in France with only French artists, and we had about 60 artists. And what we learned, and it lasts about 4 hours, what we learned is that in addition to having the artists performing their best song that everybody is looking for, we decided to organize collaboration. And so like this, you can have on stage 2, 3, 4 artists, and this collaboration creates magic. Because you will see certain pieces, certain segment of music that you've never seen before. You will see certain artists that have never played with another artist, you will see them together. So the solution to bring all these artists together on stage and not make a 20-hour show, which would be a little bit long, is really to work on the preparation, work on collaboration, spend a lot of time explaining to the artist, no, you cannot perform during 12 minutes. Maybe sometime you will have 2 minutes, you will have 2 minutes 40 seconds. So this show, I can tell you, it's a military organization. And when you want, with artists which are not always very disciplined, this is complicated. So on sometimes certain artists, yesterday told, oh, I missed my plane, I will arrive before, so you had your rehearsal, schedule already, so you have to reorganize the entire timing. So we've got 2 groups, 2 backing bands for the artists. We took one of them is the performers, no, the composer, sorry. And it's a group mainly with Nigerian and Ghanaian and British artists that are accustomed to support Davido, to support many of the Nigerian artists. So we know that even if they have a very, very short amount of time to rehearse with the artists, they will make it happen. So it's an addition of so many things to make sure that it works. And also our TV production team is extremely flexible. They are very organized, but they understand that they have to be flexible. So we may have to take certain decisions until Saturday, 12 o'clock, because some of the artists will arrive on Saturday morning. And if for any reason it's not possible to do something, you have to change the entire running order of the show. By the way, I did not mention two very important persons who are Dibenj, the Nigerian artist, and Maria Borges, who is a supermodel from Angola, who will be the co-host of the show. They never met each other. And you will see the magic of this type of event, having them together on stage, very different personalities, very vibrant personalities, very different background. But we wanted also to break the traditional host of this type of show and bring artists that represent also the African excellence that we want to showcase during this event. So I think if there were one word to summarize my answer, I would say preparation.
Thank you so much. Let's have Lucky.
Thank you, Austin. My questions, I have three questions. First of all, I will ask Mr. Olivier, the MD of Choice. Are you dreaming to bring back Choice Awards in Rwanda according to your experience? That's one. And then second question goes to Visit Rwanda. You allow me to say it in Kinyarwanda so that even Rwandans can hear about that. Uyu munsi kuba dufite Choice Award mu Rwanda, kuba dufite na brand yacu ya Visit Rwanda, umunyarwanda utari muri iyi sare turimo yumve ko ari agaciro kameze gute cyangwa se biraza kuzanira iki u Rwanda. And then my last question goes to RwandAir. Uyu munsi brand ya RwandAir igeze kure, ariko nanone ko igeze kure ntabwo ari ukuvuga ko igomba guhagararira aho ngaho. Ni nayo mpamvu muri iyi sare turimo turi kuri table imwe na Choice Awards and Festival. Biraza kongerera iki brand ya RwandAir, ariko biraza no gukomeza imikoranire imeze gute yafasha no muri entertainment muri rusange. Thank you. Those are my questions. Starting with Olivier. Thank you, sir.
No, that's a very important question. Many people ask us. Obviously, we'll be more than happy to continue this partnership. When you start kind of love story, your ambition is to make it last as long as possible. And obviously, RDB has got objective with this partnership. We've got also objective with this partnership. And so we'll make a very clear and deep analysis of everything after the event. But on principle, obviously, I can tell you the amount, I mentioned the word preparation, the amount of preparation, the amount of investment we made to do that here. And now that I know that Kigali is the second most attractive city in Africa, who is the number one?
I think you'll pay me to do that, but for them.
You forget their name. But it's not in Africa. Qatar is in Africa? Cape Town! It's not in Africa, sorry, I can say that. It's not, Cape Town is different. I live in South Africa. I've been living in South Africa for the last 12 years. Trace has got a company in Cape Town, which is a studio we acquired 4 years ago. A studio, so we produce content for Netflix or different. So it's a great city. But I mean, if you really want to be in the heart of Africa, you will not go to Cape Town. Please don't share that with the South African people. We are here in Rwanda. Okay, so did I answer your question? Is that okay? So now you have a question. Oh, just for me to understand. And 1 second, can you summarize the question you asked to Ayala so that I understand what we are talking about? In English, just for me.
It's okay in English. Out for Visit Rwanda, what are we going to gain as Rwandans so that we have Trace Awards and Visit Rwanda's brand? Yeah, thank you.
Urakoze Lucky. Icyambere navuga nuka Visit Rwanda na Trace Awards and Festival. Icyo bizanira u Rwanda mbere na mbere cyangwa abanyarwanda na mahirwe y'ubufatanye nabivuze mbere. N'amahirwe yo kugaragara mu ruhando rw'abandi bahanzi mpuzamahanga. Nkeka ko Olivier yigeze kubivugaho ko abanyafrika abahanzi b'abanyafrika batakira abanyahanzi b'abanyafrika ahubwo basigara abahanzi bo ku rwego rw'isi. Abanyarwanda rero bahanzi nyarwanda nabo kuba bari kuri urwo rwego ntabwo ari igitangaza kuko tuzi ko abahanzi bacu bashoboye. Niyo mpamvu amahirwe u Rwanda ruzana mu gihe habaye ibikorwa nk'ibi cyangwa se ibitaramo nk'ibi tugera mu ruhare mu kuzana mu Rwanda bigomba kugerera mbere na mbere abanyarwanda akamaro. Ariyo mpamvu rero kuva mbere bitangira twakomeje kugirana ibiganiro n'abahanzi no kubabaza ni biki bifuza. Wenda ndagira ngo ngaruke gato ku cyo Olivier yigeze kuvuga ko tugirana ibiganiro bwa mbere, icya mbere cyari ko ubushobozi bw'abanyarwanda, kugaragara ko abanyarwanda nabo babyitayeho. Olivier, this is referencing the benefits that Rwandan artists are getting, and also on the part of the skills and the platform that they will be leveraging, because he also touched on it. Yes, icyo ni ikintu cya mbere cy'ingirakamaro. Ndigeze no kuvuga ko icyo nakwita uruganda rwa creative industry rukorana bya hafi n'ubukerarugendo. Ntabwo ubukerarugendo bwakunda mu gihe hatabayeho ibitaramo bizana abantu batandukanye bavuye mu bihugu bitandukanye. Olivier yigeze kuvuga ko na host ubwabo batarahura, ariko ari abantu b'abahanzi. Kubona muzi ko Dibanji yigeze kuza mu Rwanda, ndumva ari nka kabiri ahubwo, ariko kuba agarutse noneho nk'umuntu uza bafite uruhare mu gukora hosting y'iki gikorwa ni iby'ingirakamaro. Kubona abantu bose bahitamo ko iki gikorwa kibereye mu Rwanda ntabwo bashaka kugicikwa, ni ibintu by'ingirakamaro. Aho ni ubukerarugendo bwungukira. Iyo abantu baza mu Rwanda, indege ya RwandAir ikabazana, namwe banyamakuru mukabona akazi, kuko companies zireba u Rwanda zikabona ko zishaka kuhakora ibikorwa byo gukorana n'itangazamakuru bitanga umusaruro muri economy yacu. BK Arena ikabasha kwakira abo bantu, ikabasha gucuruza. Mwumvise ko Olivier yavuze transport companies nka Move n'abandi, abo bose bagira uruhare mu gutuma ibi bikorwa bikunda, kuko ndetse tubonera n'umwanya wo kugira ngo tushimire abanyarwanda ndetse abikorera ku giti cyabo, ku by'umwihariko no kubategura ko buri gihe u Rwanda ruzajya rwakira ibi bikorwa mpuzamahanga. Tugomba rero guhora twiteguye nk'uko ibindi bihugu byose cyangwa ikindi kigo indi city yo muri Afurika cyangwa ku isi yakwitegura igikorwa mpuzamahanga nk'iki ngiki. Amahoteli nayo abasha kubona abakiriya. Aho niho twungukira, abanyarwanda bakabona akazi, ndetse n'uruganda rwa creative industry rukabona akazi. Abanyarwanda bazaba bari muri maybe I need to say this in English a little bit. The Rwandan artists the creative industry generally, fashion, music, culture, they will feature across the 3-day festival. Icyo ni ikintu cy'ingirakamaro. Abanyarwanda bikorera muri iyi industry creative bazabasha kubona amahirwe yo kugira y'ubucuruzi. Mbonereho nanone wo kuvuga ngo twakomeje kuvuga awards cyane, ariko twese dushyuhiye festival. Niyo mpamvu turi hano kugira ngo tuganire namwe mudufashe kumenyekanisha iriya festival. Izaba irimo ibiganiro byiza, izaba irimo content nziza cyane tutagombye gucikwa, ndetse na families. Maybe I'll let Olivier also touch on that. It's also family friendly. The festival will also be family friendly. Maybe you can also touch on the festival generally, or more specifically, so that people can know more about it and be able to leverage it. Ikindi cy'umwihariko navuga wenda nsoza, iyo u Rwanda rwakira ibi bikorwa mpuzamahanga, ntabwo akamaro kava muri mafaranga. Ni umunyamakuru ugeze kuvuga ngo tuvuge no ku mafaranga. Ni byiza kuvuga ku mafaranga, ariko hariho ibintu amafaranga adashobora kugura. Igihugu cyangwa umujyi nk'u Rwanda kwakira nka Kigali, kwakira bino bikorwa, kumenyekana ku rwego rw'isi ko twakira, dufite BK Arena, dufite indege, dufite abanyarwanda bashoboye ku rwego rw'isi, ko babimenya. Ni ibintu udashobora kugura amafaranga wabona. Yigeze kubivugaho ko value y'uko u Rwanda rwamenyekanye, ko ni Trace Awards izabera mu Rwanda, ko bigeze ku rwego rwa media value ya $56 million. ibyo ni ibintu udashobora kugura ahubwo ubona kubera ko hari ibikorwa wakoze byivugira. Ibyo rero ntabwo bisa, kandi duharanire iryo shema, duharanire guha igihugu cyacu izina bishoboye, kandi abantu baza aha ngaha ntakaze rimwe ahubwo avuga ati njye ndashaka kuba mu Rwanda iteka ryose. Ubwo twizeye ko na Trace Awards byumvise, and we're saying that when you come to Rwanda you don't go back.
Okay, I will say that to my wife.
She's welcome to come and settle. Excellent. So yes, so we're saying, you know, when people come here and they experience Rwanda, they should be able to enjoy it enough to come back. So that's also a very much a value that is that you cannot actually buy, but it can only be possible if we all work together.
Thank you. Ariko utaratanga mikoro, ese ni ibiki bikubiye muri festival izaba?
I suggest that we answer first the question about RwandAir, and then we go back to the festival and the impact on the creative industries.
Lucky mwakoze cyane kumbaza, munyemerere nsubize mu Cyongereza for the sake of the media here. He asked how is Trace enabling us to build and push the brand as RwandAir. So gusubiza mu by'ukuri, RwandAir is a national carrier. It's pride for the country. So having international platforms that enable us to continue promoting and raising awareness and pushing the product is also pushing the brand of the airline on all international platforms. As RwandAir, whenever we have an opportunity to be showcasing our services and products internationally, we are always, of course, pushing the country. We are soon launching our product, which is Kigali Stopover, and these kind of activations that we're doing right now with Trace and all other events that are happening in Kigali has pushed us to create a special product that is going to tell our passengers, while you're flying to any other part of the world, if you're flying from Nigeria to London, break your trip, come to Kigali, experience Kigali before you continue to your final destination. So these are all enablers that help us to create products, but then while we are creating products to continue selling, that also helps us to continue building the brand of the airline internationally. So the benefits have been told, the impact that brings to the country, everybody knows about it. So for us, it's pride to continue collaborating with international platforms, and Trace really provides that to us. When you look at their footprint, they're really big in Africa, in Europe as well. So it's easy for us to think about pushing the brand internationally with international brands. So yes, that's what I have for you. Thanks.
Thank you. Another question?
Are we going straight to the question? Okay. Yeah, I think there was a complementary answer regarding the impact of the creative industry and what we are going to bring to the creative industry, and also to speak a little bit more about the festival. First of all, part of the partnership, and we didn't mention it yet, we've got a partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, and we are bringing 25 young people from Rwanda to really experience the different jobs that are related to organizing the Trace Award and Festival. So we are doing some mentorship, we are doing some training, we are spending time with them, and I think we are also going to give them a lot of ideas for their future. It's extremely aspirational when you can really work with some of the best professional and organizing events that give you ideas. Yesterday, I had dinner with our technical director for this event with a Brazilian guy. And he was telling me, he's about 60-year-old, he did the Oscar, he did the Grammys, he did the MTV, BT Awards, he did Rock and Rio, he did some of the biggest events in the world. So we wanted to have one of the best ones. And right now we are working with Alpha Event, with Rwanda Event, with the BK Arena, with all your biggest suppliers of technical solutions to organize an event like this. And the people on the ground are so happy to work with guys like him because they learn. He's got an experience that no one here could have because you started, doing this business not so long ago. He comes with nearly 40 years of experience. So that's just an example of what we can do. And also the conferences that we will do during the Trace Festival We are bringing some of the best experts. For instance, we are going to have a conference with Mr. Easy, who is not only a great artist, but also a business person that you know very well. And in Rwanda, you will have some of the biggest private equity firms that invest in the creative industry. Some of the people who invested in the Mavin record label, where you've got Don Jay-Z, you've got Rema, you've got Ira Star. These people will tell us why a few years ago they decided to put millions of dollars on how they make it happen. You will have one of the head of Universal Music for Africa. You will have the CEO of the founder of Empire Record, who now has got nearly 25% of the biggest Nigerian artists. All these people are coming for this event. You've got also investors, celebrities that just want to be part of it. We received this request from the US. One of the biggest promoters of African artists in the US is a company named Duke. They organize a lot of concerts with African artists. So all the management of Duke is coming. They pay themselves their ticket on RwandAir, they pay their hotels, they pay, and they want to be part of it because they say, we never saw such an event on the continent and we want to be part of it. And people even offer to work with us on all this. So I can tell you the impact will be there, not just for the award, but also for the festival where you can have a more direct, intimate relationship with all these celebrities, these artists, and these experts of the creative industries. The World Bank also is sending a few people who are experts in funding creative industry because that's a big challenge in Africa where it's not very well organized, it's very fragmented. So the idea is what and how these big institutions should do to help us grow the creative industries, and having all this in the Kigali hub, I think it's really a super benefit and an opportunity that is quite unique for all of you. So this is it. So you wanted to give the mic to the floor. Happy to
I have
listen.
one. Thank you so much. I would love to thank, first of all, Trace, and I would like to thank Visit Rwanda, RDB. You are doing a great work, but I have this question that goes to Trace. Maybe Visit Rwanda can say one. The thing is, we are seeing artists being valued. Maybe this is what we needed before. But let's talk about media. Are we allowed, are we having access to meet and interview one-on-one maybe those artists that are coming to Rwanda? If there is a chance or if there is a way, let us know. Two, we've been seeing trends this whole week that the band is joining the race. The band is coming to Trace. Is it true? If yes, how is he coming in and how is he doing?
Your local artist? I met him 2 days ago. I think he will be there. With, he will be there with his wife, Pamela. And I know that Pamela has got an impact in Rwanda, which is amazing. Huh? So if you bring the two together, that's something. Huh?
So he'll be performing.
You will have a lot of surprise. We didn't mention everything now, but you seem to be extremely well informed. It's already on social media, so I can't say that it doesn't exist. But first I will answer to your question regarding the media. Two things. First of all, we've got a very strong partnership with RBA. I didn't mention it, my mistake. But RBA will be, I would say, our host broadcaster. We are working with them to produce the TV dimension of this event. And not only the TV dimension, but the event will be obviously broadcasted on RBA here on 20 different trade channels that cover about 190 countries. But you've got already about 10 different additional broadcasters, like RTI, the national broadcaster of Ivory Coast. You've got the Africa channel in the US. You've got also YouTube globally. We've got a global partnership with YouTube. So we've got about 10, 15 partnerships like this. And RBA is going to provide the feed. We are producing the feed in 3 different languages, English, French, and Portuguese. So this will be also available in Brazil, in Portugal, and Angola, in Mozambique, Cape Verde, and France, and all the French-speaking countries all over the world. So, and we can do that also thanks to RBA. So that's first partnership with media. Second thing, definitely, and we've got our media team in the room, we invited a lot of, I think nearly all local media to attend the awards on the red carpet. And more than happy, to organize interviews. We might not be in a position to organize interviews with all the big artists, with all the medias, but we are now working on it to exactly organize it. We need to know exactly when they will arrive. Some will arrive with their private jets, so they tell you at the last minute. So we may even do something sometime at the airport, because we know at least at that time they are there. We may even give to local media certain footage that we will do with the Trace team, the Trace media and production teams. So please, you've got here Alison, she is here, she's a lady, and she's got a very important experience and dealing with media for big events. She's been doing that for 30 years. And yeah, I mean, this is a Rwanda's event. It's no longer just a Trace event, it's a Trace event in Rwanda with Rwanda. So we want you, and you saw the amount of communication we organize with you. We've been doing some press conference for more than 1 year, I think. Each time we had something to communicate, we communicated first with you. So you are our priority. Obviously, we want to give a global dimension to this event, but there is no big journalist from the UK, from the US, or from France, or from South Africa on the Rwandan journalists. Everybody will be treated equally.
Thank you so much. We're going to have one more question before we go for the tour.
Okay, thank you. I'm Gatel Emmanuel from the New Times. My question goes to Olivier. Last time you said that during the festival, Trace is going to launch a platform called Beta, which is going to help African artists and Rwandan artists collect their music royalties. And you say that you are convinced that it is going to double the amount of money that African artists get from their music royalties. Like, why are you so convinced that this platform is going to change this problem, which remains a big problem in the music industry? Thank you.
First of all, congratulations, because you remember what I said last time. Normally, most of the people, it's normal. They forget everything after the press conference. So you remember, on second good news, we are going to present better at the Trace Festival on Saturday. I think it's at 11 or 10:30. I can't remember exactly, but you will check. And I can tell you, we've been pushing our development team so that the platform is ready. It will not be the final platform, it will be what we call the alpha version of the platform. So you will be the first one in the world to have a demonstration of this platform. And to your point, yes, we are going to exponentially increase the revenue that the African artists will get from their music rights in Africa. Right now, to give you two figures, I don't know whether you remember this figure that I gave last time. The music rights market in the world is about $10 billion per year. Last year in Africa, only $32 million were given to African artists, 56% of that in South Africa. So you can imagine less than $15 million for the entire continent outside of South Africa. So it's nothing. Why? And it's not because people don't want to pay. A lot of hotels, imagine a club without music. You say, the guy, you know what, tomorrow if you don't pay, there's no more music in the club, the guy is dead. So everybody wants to support music. Everybody loves music. Music isn't the day-to-day life of everybody in Africa. You don't have an event without music. So what is lacking is the organization, the infrastructure, and what we've been developing is a blockchain-based platform connected with the different devices that we can put in all the places where there's a commercial usage of music. And we've been investing a lot in technology and a lot in software development. And because this infrastructure is really sought in Africa, for Africa, and it's not very complicated to deploy, we believe that it will be a game changer. So we've got already two governments that told us that they want the platform. So we had a very short discussion about it with RDB, and they told us we are interested because our artists in Rwanda also would like to get more revenue from their talent. So we couldn't have, with that, we had already a lot of work to do, but definitely, I think this is something that will be available for Rwanda, I think, at the beginning of next year. So, yeah, so come to the presentation we will do during the festival, and we will have all details on this better platform, BETTR.
Thank you so much. I would like to say thank you to all of you for coming here today. Mr. Olivier and the panelists, they are actually going to take us for a tour of what's actually going to happen on Saturday, remember, for us to actually keeping the magic until the day comes on Saturday, please let's not take the pictures. We're not going to take away the phones from you or the cameras, but let's keep that as a surprise to the audience, both locally and internationally. So they're going to help us to take us through that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.